Thank you for that very warm welcome. I appreciate it. You know, some of you might be surprised to know that when I'm not stargazing after hours, I'm actually an avid singer-songwriter. And it gives me great pleasure tonight to share this passion with you. And before we begin, I'd like to dedicate this song to a very special E-Block astronomy class. Listen carefully to the lyrics and see if you can learn something. Hit it. You walked into the classroom like you were walking into a bar. You had your pants hanging down and your boxers exposed, and your language was rated R. You had one hand on your cell phone and you wanted to send a text, and all the girls dreamed that they'd be your prom date, they'd be your prom date, and you're so late. You probably think Mrs. Wagner won't notice. You're so late. I bet you think Mrs. Wagner won't notice. Don't you? Don't you? Well, you got your license years ago when you were still quite naive, and you swore that you wouldn't break the law, which is still really hard to believe. But you stopped on the way for the things you love, and none of them were for me. You ordered 2 jumbo Dunkin' iced coffees, 2 jumbo coffees, and you're so late. You probably think that Coble won't notice. You're so late. I bet you think that Coble won't notice. Don't you? Don't you? And all the girls dreamed that you'd be their prom date, you'd be their prom date, and you're so late. I bet you think Mr. Quadra won't notice. You're so late. I bet you think Mr. Quadra won't notice. Don't you? Don't you? Well, I hear you went back to Dunkin' Donuts and ordered some coffee for me. Then you drove your car back to the Wendy's lot until the police showed and made you flee. If you're where you should be all the time, you won't be marked absent or late. Don't make me send you down to room 109. It works all the time, and you're so late. You probably think Miss Poolin won't notice. You're so late.
So late.
I bet you think Miss Poolin won't notice.